to Pink Milk, where we, and by we, I mean me, serve Star Wars queerly, and I am excited to be back on here. It has been a few months. It was summer. I took some time off, hung out with my family. It was great. Lots of respite, lots of repair, lots of thinking, and one of those things I thought about was Pink Milk. I thought a lot about Pink Milk, actually, and Star Wars. I always think a lot about Star Wars. But what I realized over this summer was I think I've said what I need to say about Star Wars online. I've been going for a long time, and it is time for me to talk about some new things because I love this community. All of you have gotten me through some very tough times and some really wonderful times, and I appreciate all of you very much. So I'm hoping that you join me at my new venture, Skullboi. So if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, when you're finished, head on over to Skullboi. Actually, if you're on Apple Podcasts, it's already a channel. Just hit the channel and Skullboi is going to be right there. If you come to Pink Milk for deep dives and Star Wars takes, you'll probably enjoy Skullboi. It is not all that far of a pathway away from Star Wars. On Skullboi, I am going to look at how our analog past continues to shape our digital future, and most specifically, the last 2.5 decades of our analog times, the 80s, the 90s, and Y2K. So if you're a Star Wars fan, most likely those generations are hitting you in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to talk all about pop culture, some of the history, some of the tech, and a lot of times I'm going to be joined by my friend Brian Higa that I met through Pink Milk, and we have been friends for years and years now, and I love his perspective. And in this clip that I'm about to share with you, you will hear him talking. So, without further ado, I'm going to put together a little greatest hits compilation of our very first episode to share with you, and hope that you're interested in what we got to say and you subscribe over to Skullboi on Spotify or Apple. Better yet, if you enjoy it, head on over to my website, www.skullboi.com, where I am going to hit you weekly with a wonderful little newsletter that will spin off into the podcast. If you watch this on YouTube, you're already subscribed because I just rebranded Pink Milk, and it is now Project Skullboi, where you can still find Pink Milk. And hey, there's a new Star Wars movie coming out next year, and I love Star Wars, so maybe Pink Milk will have a little episodes here and there. So don't unsubscribe to this channel. One day you might pop it up, and there's like, hey, there's a new episode of Pink Milk. And anyways, I hope to see you soon. Follow me at Project Skullboi on Threads, and then head on over to www.skullboi.com and subscribe to the newsletter. Hope to see and hear from all of you. Leave a comment. Let me know. Thank you. And here is Skullboi. Bye! Is all about how our analog past shapes our digital future. We really look at the 80s, the 90s, and the Y2K timeline, and kind of the last of the analog years where the start of this digital revolution started, and break things down from there. Funny story, back in the 80s, there was no internet. Shocking. Back then, you could get a Ninja Turtles toy with tax for $4.25. So it always had $4.25. And
that was a lot of the stuff that the technology that we used back then. Like, well, do we want to watch this movie, this VHS? Well, we got to make sure we rewind it. Well, we didn't know it back then, but doing those steps, it was a process. And in our head, we were creating these pathways and these connections, and it engaged us in ways that subconsciously we didn't realize until I think we're realizing it now, where we lose some of that when we are removing some of that friction and some of that process. So
AI looks like it's going to kill it for us, but I feel confident that AI is going to bring that back. I hope.
Interesting.
This is a hopeful podcast. We're not doom and gloom podcast. We're a hopeful podcast. All right. Well, everyone, thank you for listening. I would ask Brian where people can find you. But
I will say you can't. I mean, if anything, I have a YouTube channel where all I do is I post reels of my work, and I we'll post. I like to create videos of ambiences of different parts of the world. I like to create or record sounds, and I like to pair that with video in a way that is cool and hopefully is relaxing and will help people kind of take a pause in their day. But I'll get to it when I get to. It's one of those self projects that I try to.
I love that. Of course, you want people to listen, but this is not a podcast that was monetized. We will never be monetized. I won't even commit to you will hear us every Wednesday at such and such time. We're really embracing the creative energy, the old internet of like going to look for things and not be spoon fed those things. If that kills how many people listen to us, that's what it does. But I think that's where both of us are at this moment in time, is like less of the algorithm feeding me what I want, and I want to go search for the things that I want. So hopefully we will find those listeners that are interested in the same thing, and we will put episodes out. When we put episodes out, we will strive for semi-weekly, let's put it that way. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.